Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Stalker series. We are in Bunker Omega. And we have not looted as much as I thought we did. We didn't loot anything, did we? I think we just got here. I have not watched the last episode, and terrible about notes. Security Chief's holster. Probably need to... You know what, we'll just leave it here. We're going to come back. We got to come back here anyway to finish the story. So... anything we leave behind is not a big deal. I think we've done all. Let's make sure. Yeah, we've gone through all this. We got stuff lying around everywhere. Okay. I feel better about that.
This'll come in handy.
Yeah, it will. Those are the most important things of all. Aqua Pure tablets. That is completely ruined. That's 5%. 38. Speaking of food, I guess we could use some food, huh? Salt, all kinds of goodies. How about this stuff? 32.
I wonder if the owner's around.
10%. I wonder if that's from that... Well, that hasn't come out yet. They were supposed to do a visual enhancement, and they were going to fix the food, I think, with that enhancement. That's due out in a couple of weeks. All right, so how are we sitting? We got plenty of water. Don't need any cooking lessons. Tasty. Decades old corn. Just eat this one too. This full? Yeah. Let's take that with us. We can make oats. And is there a cooking pot over here? Yeah, let's take that with us. Teas. Buried echoes. Okay. So we did finish that. All right. Want to double check. Okay. Turn that off. Put that away for now. It is morning. How bad is Forsaken Airfield today? Not too bad. Do we have any spray paint with us? You have no spray cans. I hate that it shows you this deal. Even though the thing down in the corner doesn't show any. I hate that it brings all that up. It's like, why would you have it? You don't have a can, but it shows you that anyway. It's like it should stop you from even attempting it. Oh well. Do I have any charcoal? Can we map? Can't map either. Okay. I was just going to mark it on the map. Just to make it a little easier to find. Okay, we are going to work our way over to the zone of contamination. Noisy birds. Oh. Arrow stealing wolf. Thank you, crows. They're always complaining about you. Okay, so we're going to head over to the zone of contamination, and we're going to go through the next step in the tails and do buried echoes. And I think along with that, I think we're going to hang out in the zone of contamination. There's some areas that I haven't fully kind of wandered around. So it might be interesting to go and check that out. Kind of fully flesh that out. Maybe set up some kind of a base of operations, probably at the campsite would probably be the best. That's where the 6-burner stove is and place to sleep. Maybe we can hunt a few deer or what have you. So we're going to go do buried echoes and maybe hang out for a bit. I think of all the 3 maps, this one that we're going to, Zone of Contamination, I think it's my favorite. It's just something neat about it. I like it. I kind of like the whole mine setup and everything. Now, let's see if I can find my way to the cave system. Kind of looking for the helicopter. Figure that's going to poke its head out first. There's a downed helicopter somewhere along here. I think we're getting close, because I think this is... It's like here, and then the helicopter's on the other side, and it's like in between. So we're going to go through the connector cave system. Save time from going down the road. I don't think it's like up this way. Yeah, there's the helicopter. So I know it's this bent tree in that helicopter, so it's up this way. So we're going to go through the cave, go into the zone of contamination, and we'll do the tails, and we'll also do some exploring and stuff. I've done the tails, and I've been over there a couple of times with different runs. But there's still some areas that I'd like to kind of wander around. Kind of on the backside of the mine there would be kind of a neat deal. I was tempted to grab that, but we'll leave it. We should find a ton of stuff over here. I'm actually getting a little better about navigating here. I have figured out that if you stay to the right, kind of like you're going to rub your hand on the right side wall and just kind of keep that, it will take you to the zone of contamination. It will lead you there first. I think you do have to go into like a little dead end area, but if you just come into the cave and you follow that... We've got two. We'll grab one. We're not cold. This isn't Interloper, where you're dealing with the colder weather, or worse. But yeah, if you're going from the airfield to Langston or zone of contamination, good rule of thumb is just to do right hand rule. You want to go to Sundered Pass, then obviously you want to go left hand. You can do the right hand thing. I think this takes you to that. There's like a 3-way split up here somewhere. This cave system is really big. But I'm glad they added it. I think it would have been really frustrating from a player standpoint to have to walk all the way out. Even though they added that little shortcut that's like behind the airfield, and then you can kind of climb up the hill and walk out a little easier. Even that still doesn't shortcut it enough to have to go all the way to Transfer Pass and then into the other territory. So I kind of like this whole connector cave system. And I like the fact that they made it kind of a labyrinth and that it's not super simple, but yet it's still shorter than walking all the way from one to the other. Take flare as a back up.
Huh. What have we here?
Some slightly green beef jerky is what we have here. I just banged my head on the wall. You need a bump cap there, Astrid. I'm running you right into the roof. I will say that the path to Sundered Pass is a much prettier path.
Hope nobody needs this anymore.
Well, guess what? They'll have to find it first. It's ruined. You know what? Take it anyway. We don't have much food. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, this is that spot I was talking about. So, you fall on the right hand, you're going to go into that little dead end area. But if you hold true and continue with your right hand touching the right side, it will take you where you want to go. Now, we know that I'm going to get lost in here after saying all these nice things about staying right. All right. And this is what you're looking for. Once you get to this spot where it gets icy. And we kind of missed the little split. There's like a little, like a stone bridge. And if you take that bridge, it'll be a left if you're walking that way. And that will take you to Sundered Pass. This is the zone of contamination. Might as well get this out. So I'm recording this on May 7th, and supposedly sometime this month they're going to release the visual enhancement update, and it's going to add some new features to the fog. There'll be some more color to it. One of the bigger things I want to see is the draw rate, or draw distance, I guess would be the better way to say that. That they're going to give you the ability to do different draw rates depending on your computer system. So if you have the horsepower to do it, you can increase the draw rate. So we'll be able to see things a little further instead of them drawing in practically when you're stepping on them. The other enhancement I'm looking forward to is that they're going to add sort of a surprise or startle events where like rocks and snow will fall from cliff edges and rooftops and what have you. Hello, boys. I think we're just going to get rid of you guys. You ready for your turn? You got nothing. You got nothing to offer. What shoes am I wearing? Let's take those off. Hopefully we'll find the chemical boots fairly quickly. If anything, I'd be happy if we found even some sacrificial shoes, so we don't tear those up any worse than they already are. Langston Mining Corporation. You can't even see it. Shrouded in clouds. Another flare. I don't think we need another flare. We got 2 books. We don't need any more books. There's my spray paint. I'll take that.
I think I can use this.
All right. Speaking of using it, why don't you just eat it? It weighs less in your tummy. Along with this, we should have ate that earlier too. Give you a drink. Oh. Sorry, Astrid, you missed out on a grape soda. We'll have to wait till you get thirsty again. Yeah, I think we're going to take the attitude of any wolves are going to be eliminated. 'Cause these guys are pretty aggressive. This old open pit mine thing is so cool. If you watch any of my other videos with me doing this, I'll have mentioned this, but where I live in the desert southwest, we have lots of these mines strewn about. So this is very, I think that's why I like this map. It's familiarity. I'm used to these open pit mines strewn about the countryside. Astrid, I'm surprised you're not freezing with me taking your shoes off in wet socks. That looks very, very nice. Is that like a pumping station? Let's see, I don't think I've ever been down here. All right, well, let's find some suitable shoes. And maybe we go down here and check this out. Because I don't think I've ever been down there. So that's kind of what I want to do, along with the... We'll get Buried Echoes. When I was doing it with Dead World, we were obviously dealing with cold and all that stuff. And with this, cold is not an issue. Food's not an issue. Decently armed. So we shouldn't have too many problems. A little bit of hunting in, maybe. That'll be nice. Danger. Mining pit. Let's see if some boots are in here, maybe. Hello, jacket. Don't need a jacket.
I'll take it.
Are we wearing a pair of those? And are these any better? Ours are 100%. We might have to leave those out somewhere for us backup. Yeah, I wonder if that would help us level up our... Ooh, we need that too. I know we were getting close to that, weren't we? Firearms, where's the gunsmithing? Yeah. Well, reading that book should get us to 5. That'll be good. There's good reading material. Oh. Take that for the moment. All right, we're going to drop everything that is unimportant right here. This is kind of an easy focal point here. Oh, look at this. We got 2 of these. One of those books is going to get us over the mark here. All right, go drinks. Actually, I should make more than one pile here. Oh, stop that. All right. We could use a better rabbit hat repair too, huh? Drop that for now. Probably don't need that on us. We'll take one flare as a fallback. We don't need that right this second. We can leave this here, but I'm glad we found it. Here. Leave one of those. Is that what's killing us? And wait. Okay. All right, we don't need a battery. I'm not even sure how much of this I want to loot. I mean, trying to get away from being a loot goblin on these levels. Like if I'm playing Voyager or messing around with, you know, even doing Pilgrim just to do like map walks and stuff, it's like you don't have to loot everything. Not necessary.
Never know. Could end up being useful.
Food is always good. We are looking for a pair of shoes, so we'll go to the lockers. We'll go upstairs. Don't need that.
I think I can use this.
We'll take that. Ooh, there we go. That just made my day. Now when you get fully hungry, we'll eat that whole thing. Yeah, there's always this constant battle of overlooting and carrying too much and being a loot goblin. I'm just going to start trying to resist that. Especially on this. I mean, with Stalker, the loot is pretty generous. I mean, heck, after doing Dead World, comparing it, I mean, even Interloper can feel generous at that point. But, yeah, I'm going to really focus on trying to not be such a loot goblin. Like, you know, like we got the metal everywhere. It's like, okay, what do I need that right now? Do I have to have it? I mean, I cut things apart. Those are good for repairs, so I'll take that. That's good for quenching our thirst. Can I have that? Sure. Yes, have some. Not right, yeah. We'll do that later. Let's go upstairs. Uh, we should take this back. Can we take this? All right, I have an idea. I'm going to put that in the safe house as instructions on how to do something. I don't know, you know, flush the toilet or something. Got to follow the flow chart. How to use the stove or something. I don't know. That's what that reminds me of. It reminds me of like crazy instructions on how to do something. Shoes?
Well, this stuff will come in handy.
Those are for your hands, not your feet. Food is always good. Don't need that. Take the knife. We will need that eventually. And the canister. Actually forgot about that, so I'm glad we came up here. We're going to need that at some point. We got to get to the helicopter first. How about you, Ham? Didn't even wipe off the gelatin. All right. Maybe we'll take that downstairs with us. If we have enough room, we'll haul it back, because there was a bag of that at the airfield, I think. I think there was a bag in the bunker.
Looks like this has been here a while.
Ooh. It says fresh. How can it have been here a while? That means somebody lives here. You finally found a friend. We'll leave the water behind. I think we're still good. Yeah. Nothing in there. Say what?
I'm not sure I can carry much more.
I know. It's heavy. Oh, here we go. Expendable shoes. These aren't light either, but... No, these ones. Where are those ones? Ooh, look. Lots. Coffee. Do we need a bandage? I guess we could use a bandage. Alright. Okay. What kind of goodies do we have in here? Alright. Somewhere between 15 and 20. Alright. 18. Ooh, that was fast. 18. 16. Now watch, it'll be 10. 18, 16, 31. 18. 16. 31. What do we got? Book of Eli and Canadian 20s. Alright, don't need these. No, we don't need this either. Alright, I'm gonna look because I'm almost certain we're past level. Yeah, we don't need tinder. Carrying a bunch of tinder for no reason. Okay. Found more outside of the safe than I did inside the safe. That was more important to us. Alright. Really want film. Maybe after we get the camera. Tell you what, I'll take it downstairs. That's the one nice thing. We can be a little bit of a loot goblin where we're looking and we can just leave it downstairs. Alright. Let's head down. We got that heavy bag of salt. And then the other thing we'll grab while we're up here, which will probably really make us overweight. We might actually use. Let's grab the tools here. And we'll take those down by the truck too.
Hope nobody needs this anymore.
Well, guess what? We may need it. Alright, I'm not going to worry about looting the rest of this. It's kind of like looting the dam. It's just, it's massive. It's so much to look at. So, I think the more important thing is that now that I have some expendable boots, if I find the chemical boots, then we'll switch over to those. But till then, all right, so drop. Even the sound is right. All right, second knife. So let's drop that here. Let's drop the film. And this. Don't need the mittens. What else did we pick up that's killing us? We're still at like 41. It must be all the food and water that we picked up. Yeah, we picked up syrup. Can't make pancakes with that because it's ruined.
This pack is getting kind of heavy.
Can't cook with ruined food anymore. You can still eat it. You just can't cook with it. Nope. Want to keep the MRE. Tell you what. We should be able to eat that. Yeah, okay. No leftovers. These shoes aren't helping us either. They're way heavy. So. But we're just trying to save the deer boots. Would love to find some mucklucks. That would be nice. Oh. It's turning out to be a much nicer day. Alright, let's work our way over to the camp. And we'll go and loot that. We need to get a glimmer fog or aurora going anyway, and our first part of the tale is closer to the camp anyway. Oh, hello. Let's go over here and... Yeah, the other thing of dealing with the wolves, because I mean, if you can see, there's 3 of them right here, is that we have to deal with the aurora, so the more we can get rid of these guys, the less we'll have to deal with the aurora wolves later. Come on. How about you? Oh, over the hill and through the woods. Uh-oh. Oh, there's a 4th one. How cool is that? Now I'm glad I'm doing this. Come on. Your buddies need company. Oh, you broke the arrow. Hey. Maybe I should have left the meat on me. Oh. I tried. My bow skills are getting a little better. But I can't hit a moving target. How about we try again? Here, puppy, puppy, puppy. Come on. Aw. I'll find you later. See, I'd like to go back there. It's kind of hard to see now that it's kind of fogging in, but back there, you have to go that way to get to the helicopter, which is part of the tails. But that little thing, it like wraps around, goes back to where the trailer was on that other side. I think there's a bear back there. I don't know. Well, at this point, most of the wolves will be out of our hair. There'll be some more over by the helicopter. And then any we find along the way here, we'll dispatch them to make this portion of the tails a little easier. And then a couple of days they'll respawn, and we may not mess with them at that point. Save our arrows for more important things. I'm listening to that sound. I don't recall that sound before. It's like a rumbling, like an underground, like almost like an earthquake rumble. That's interesting. See, now it just went away. Let me see if I walk back this way, if you can pick it up. I'm going to pick up on the volume here. I wonder if it's with the contamination. It's like a sound to the contamination. Maybe I've missed that before. It's cool, though. It sounds like almost like a earthquake, like rumbling. I heard it earlier, but I don't know if it was in the contamination or not. We'll have to test that again. See if it comes back. That's why I stopped and didn't. It was like not moving. I was like, what's that noise? I don't recognize that sound. So we'll take a quick peek. Don't really need anything. We'll just look for obvious. See if there's anything worth fussing with in here. We don't really need anything, but the chemical boots would be nice. Don't know that we even need the chemical pants or the jacket. Just the boots would be nice. If we could find them. Don't need that. But we'll take these ruined peaches. Wow, look at all this. Good Lord. All kinds of goodies over here. These people had a bathroom and showers. Spray paint. Oh, there's the miner's jacket. We don't need the jacket. We need the boots. And they're probably not hiding. In fact, I should have checked that little guard shack down there, because I think that's where I have found them in the past. Lots of charcoal. Film. Hey, what? Right there. This is as loaded as that last one was. And more bathrooms and showers. Oh,
Guess be prepared for anything.
wow. I want to live like that guy was. He was eating snacks in the shower. No dry granola bars for him. They were always moist. Let's go down here and look at this little guard shack. I think sometimes I've seen the boots hiding in here. Don't think we need that out. Oops. Hello, are your boots here? Nope. Oh well. I'm okay with ruining the combat boots because normally I don't wear them. Way heavy. We got much better choices. And then get to the mess hall. Hey, the trader. Imagine having to trek to go drop off whatever he wants from here. That would be a walk. Here we go. Probably didn't need to bring that pot. Okay. Well, more salt. Oh my God, look at all this flour. All right. Food is not going to be an issue. I picked up a can opener, dude. We don't really need it. Leave it here. So I think if we do anything as far as making a base, hey, he was slicing some potatoes with that. I think we'll base out of here just because of the stove more than anything. But my goodness, you can make bannock for days. You just need another frying pan. I know. Big sigh. Well, that arrow's going to die with the next shot. All right. It's almost nighttime. I think what we need to do is get a drink. I'm not going to bother going through all that. Tell you what, let's just do this. You know what? We had a ton of sodas. Probably had to drop this too. Now, if you're watching this and you hadn't heard about the ruined food and cooking and all that stuff, note that they are going to adjust the decay rates on some of this stuff. So potatoes, carrots, I think peaches and syrup and all that stuff is all going to get a little bit of a tweak. So I wouldn't be surprised. I don't know if it'll work through a save or not, but it might be something worth holding off. So like with all this here, I won't bother to try to cook anything right away because we're, probably 2-3 weeks away from that update and we've got plenty of food. So, but we may get a reset on some of that stuff and be able to cook with it so we could make, Lily's pancakes or whatever out of that stuff. And not have to worry about it. So, because we are super tired, I'm going to take a 2-hour nap. We're in pretty good shape. And we're going to keep checking for an aurora here, which it looks like we got one. All right. So, we got a little bit of a nap. We'll just go out this back way here. And for this, we're going to use the pistol so we can shoot doors. Yay. All right. So now let's head up to the first part of this. Is the little doohickey working? Not yet. Now, if you've never done the tails, this will... Whoa! Hello. Come on. Fight back. Fight back. I got the pistol out and didn't get it aimed fast enough to do anything about that. Him being a... Alright, back up. This is the problem with coming out in the Aurora. We're already down health. Let's put ourselves in a better position here. Be able to see where he's coming from. Alright, he already gave up. Okay. Bark is so spooky. That's why I was trying to get rid of them down by the mine area. So the coat is working for me right now, I think. Okay, that's fine. This is why, too. They're very aggressive over here. All right. Let's try a warning shot here. See if that buys me a little bit of spacing here. That's the other thing, too. If you don't know your way... Oh, good Lord. He was right there. All right. Don't know your way, you got to have that radio out and pointing. And it kind of points you up this way where that wolf went, unfortunately. So, you know what I think we're going to do is, let's reload this thing. This was way more excitement than I thought it was going to get. The aurora is being very quiet. So it's making the wolves especially creepy. Alright. You know what? Let's do this. I reached for the pistol the first time because I needed something quick, and now that I had a little more visualization. It's like this. There's a road that leads back that way, and then there's like another cave. All right, let's make sure there's nothing up here to cause us any issues. All right, so let's get this radio out. So imagine trying to deal with those wolves and having to have this out to point the way is what makes it so frustrating. All right, page 1. This mine is a graveyard. Maybe my own too. If I'm not careful, the wolves here are unwell. All this pollution in the ground is awful. Whatever happened? It's going beyond any of the stories Poppy told me about Langston Corporation and the bad old days of the uranium extraction. I don't even know how to say it. There's a deeper darkness, some other mystery buried in these tunnels. Couldn't access the lower levels without suffocating, but there seems to be a clear path to try to go down there. Just need some way to manage the toxic vapors seeping out of the ground. There's also a bizarre area locked away inside the entrance off the upper tracks, up above a derelict concentrator facility. And there's the downed helicopter in the hills above the old water extraction ponds. I need to check it out. Might be some tools to scavenge there, or in the concentrator at the headframe building. For now, a moment I rest. A moment to rest, excuse me.
This will come in handy.
Okay, flares. All right, so let's put this away. I think we have, yeah, let's drink this birch tea. This will help give us some healing. Get this back out. We have a tea. Let's see. Hey, what? Let's drink a coffee too. It would be in our best interest because with the Aurora, you've got to have the Aurora to do this part and to do the helicopter. So we're going to do a little riskiness here. And we're going to head for the helicopter. We're going to be running into more wolves too. So hopefully they're a little less hiding under the corners, but I think that's just what it is. It'd be cool if you could harvest this coat, get it to shimmer. It's got the shine into it. All right. At least it's nice and clear. It's just weird that the Aurora's not making the noise. I wonder if this would add any protection. The Aurora wolves don't like light. I wonder if they would suffice. Kind of like this light right here. This probably would. This would probably stop them. You'd probably be safe right here. I've had a moment where I was walking through Broken Railroad at night during Aurora, and the little lights that are along the train tracks acted as a deterrent. The Aurora wolves would stop. This is so pretty. It's just all the toxicity that ruins it. All right, killing those wolves earlier is definitely going to be a benefit at this point. Yeah, see, I stepped into the... So that sound effect is added to the contamination. We should step out of it here in a second. So the green fog fades. Yeah, okay, it went away. All right, so that's what that noise was. That's so bright. Okay. Should have a clear path till we get on the other side of the wall. So at this point, we're right at the time. We're going to go get the helicopter done. Something running across the field there. That it would be a Aurora wolf. All right. Well. We're just going to keep pushing through. Helicopter or bust. If we lose this run to a wolf, it will not be the first run I've lost to a wolf. It probably won't be the last. But I hate to wait. He was caught. He was strange. Okay, that was kind of bizarre. I haven't messed with this many Aurora wolves since Heliophobia. That's an old run from a couple of years ago when I was doing the thing where I had the idea of having a character that would never go out during the day. Was completely afraid of the sun. And so he would hide in snow shelters and caves and couldn't eat and drink and stuff. And there was so many times you got caught with an Aurora and you had to keep walking. You couldn't stop. You'd never get anywhere. And it wasn't quite the shot back then, so I made a lot of mistakes. I'm very happy with getting better at shooting the wolves. All those years ago when I first started playing this, and the wolves used to drive me crazy. And that's when I stumbled onto Zach's video with the use of the torch. Changed the game for me. Hadn't figured that out. And because I didn't play the story right away and learn how to do that, the game and I had our frustrations early on. And now it's like an old pair of shoes. It's comfy. Okay. I hear him. Let's see if we have to deal with him. Now, this is the part I was talking about. Is go back here. There's a whole section of the map. Went too far. I was sightseeing. Our helicopter should be up here. Kind of behind a one-way path. And there's got to be... Oh, my lordy bee. Look at all these guys. Okay, he's running. Damn, dudes, you all ganged up on me. No fair. There's my other arrow. There we go. All right. I cleared out half of them. That's something. I knew there'd be a few, but I forget that this is where the Stalker thing kicks in. More wolves. Okay, so our helicopter's over here somewhere. There it is. Our one-way path. There we go. All right. Foreman's key. Another MRE. A stim. Wow, lots of goodies. All right, we can put this away.
If this reaches you, it means they made it out, and to the mainland. What a mess, old friend. I sent them your way after we managed to get a chopper flight worthy. By now, they shared my old call sign with you from the Alaska days. I hope that, and this note from my logbook, convinces you. Do you recognize the book? Do you remember it? It's gone bad over here, and strange beyond anything. But it's on me now. And there are others still missing down below. Take care, and keep an eye on the horizon. You never know. Bertasky.
Search the concentrator and the head frame facilities for clues and tools. I don't know that I would climb in this helicopter that was so precariously perched.
I think I can use this.
I disagree. I don't think we need it. I don't really think we need to be worried about searching this either, but, you know, we're here. All right. Let's get out the stretchy thing with the pokey sticks. Okay, right there. All right, fools rush in. I'm going to call that more luck than skill. I took a quick thought and said, try it. The worst you can do is lose an arrow. Okay. We know there's one more floating around here somewhere. I just don't know which way he ran. Okay, so we're going to head back to where the truck is. And we'll either sleep in the truck or whatever, but we definitely need a night's sleep. And that will be our stopping point. Running a little late on this episode, but I think for good reason. We needed to get these two items. So now, at this point, we don't need any more Auroras or anything. The rest of it's all, we got to find the key components in the mine that we need. And then we got to go through the mine. And that's its own little arduous task. So I don't know how far we'll get through with that. And then once we get done with the tails portion of the mine, we'll decide how much time we're going to spend here messing around. Might be worthwhile to find some supplies here. Just kind of set up shop. I know if you go that way, there's some stuff. I think that's where that mine connects through. It's like goes from here, it goes all the way around where the little house was that we were and we got the clue. Foreman's house or something. So yeah, once we get the tails done, we'll figure out what we're doing next. Kind of playing it by ear. You don't have any, like, set agenda for this at all. Just having shadow issues. 'Cause all this looks really dark. Actually cold. And there's still so much to loot. All these little side buildings have so much stuff in them. Ridiculous. We're heavy. We're tired. Yeah, look at this. This is all dark. There's something wrong with the shadows and light. Let's hope the visualizations fixes this and we could use it. Yeah, we gave the crow something to crow about. Yeah, all kinds of bodies everywhere. And still more wolves. Wait till we get to Sunder Pass. We've only got 8 arrows left. We didn't pack enough. We're gonna have to use the pistol a little more. All right, put this away. Tell you what, we don't even need to sleep in the truck. We can just sleep out here. All right. Yeah, eat the peanut butter. That always goes well in the stomach. And a long nap. Absolutely no heartburn gonna happen. All right, so let's sleep 9 hours, 10 hours. Let's put for 10. Need to heal. All right, there we are. Nicely healed and ready to go. Mid-morning. Okay. So what we're going to do on the next episode is we're going to search for the other pieces we need to go down into the mine, and then hopefully we'll get through the mine. I'm not going to say relatively quickly. I mean, we'll get through it as quick as we get through it. Not trying to rush, not trying to do anything other than just enjoy and have fun with this. Look forward to just discovering and looking at things. That's the thing I think I did incorrectly early on. Didn't spend enough time exploring. So I'm trying to have fun with this and explore. So anyway, if you made it this far, thank you very much for watching. If you could take the time to do the like, comment, subscribe, do appreciate it very much. And we will catch you on the next episode. Thanks for watching.